Welcome to part 4 of Becoming a Weight Loss Helper, Handling Difficult Situations. No matter how much fun group time can be, there's a chance that an awkward or sensitive issue can arise. Sometimes individual behavior might be based on nervousness, a need for control, a fear of rejection, or a variety of other feelings or issues. Group awkwardness and discord are a normal part of the group process. While your method of addressing these issues will largely depend upon your personality, group leadership style, and comfort level, being prepared for them will give you the skills necessary to handle them with confidence and tact. Sometimes a group will have an extremely verbal member. This person loves to share stories, ideas, and advice, which can be wonderful. Unfortunately, it also has the potential to cause others in the group to shut down. If you have one group member who is dominating the conversation, you will have to address this situation before it squelches group connection. How can you do this with sensitivity so that the talker does not feel hurt or humiliated? Here are some tips. Stop it before it begins. Review the group rules at the start of each meeting. Use eye contact to encourage other members to talk. Depending on your group dynamics and the people involved with your group, you may feel comfortable encouraging participation by name. After the talkative member has shared, thank him or her and ask if anyone else has a similar experience or has anything else to share. Keep in mind that sometimes you may have to find a place to jump in and politely interrupt. If things really seem to be getting out of hand, pull the participant aside before a meeting and tell the member that you have noticed a personal skill. For example, how he or she has the ability to reach out to others, and ask if he or she can help you get others engaged in discussion. Use your clock and the facilitator's guide as your task masters. You might say, "We should move on if we're going to stay on track this evening. Our next question is ... See and appreciate the benefits of having a talker in the group. Utilize this person's great enthusiasm to get a conversation going and to help build enthusiasm." Sometimes a group will have a very shy member. This member may get a great deal intellectually and emotionally out of the group, even without saying a peep. The shy one may feel safer staying quiet. The shy one may prefer to remain silent and simply choose to sit back and absorb. However, he or she may have a hidden desire to contribute, but lack the confidence to do so. This is where you come in. You can gently encourage participation and provide opportunities to share. Here are some tips. Provide a variety of open-ended questions, questions that require more than a yes or no response. Use the round-robin technique. After a question has been thrown out to the group, have a volunteer start the answering. After he or she has finished, the person to his or her right or left can answer or say, "Pass." Avoid calling on people directly, as this may contribute to a group member feeling as if they are being put on the spot. Very shy people do not like it when all eyes turn to them in expectation. Keep the focus on the group rather than on an individual member. After a couple of meetings, if you notice one person is not sharing, you can privately pull that person aside before or after group and ask him or her what she likes about the group, and if he or she has any questions or comments. Having the opportunity to talk to you may offer reassurance and may serve as a nice warm-up for the participant to talk in future meetings. Remember the group rule of no rescuing, and never force a group member to participate. While total silence rarely happens in a group setting, the inappropriate joke, flat question, or low energy night might cause that seemingly never-ending awkward silence. Not to fear, awkward silence busters are here. Learn to read the silence so that you can give an appropriate response when necessary. Learn also to be okay with pauses and silence. They seem a lot longer to you than to the group members who may be using the time to think, discover, or form a response. Use humor. If you have the ability to laugh at yourself, this works even better. Even sheepishly saying something like, "This is awkward," can get a chuckle and relieve some of the tension in the room. Use your best judgment when using humor. Use the tension of the moment. An awkward silence may reveal a sore spot. You can use a reflective posture and ask something like, I wonder if this silence means anything. Pause and wait several seconds for a response. Do you think we hit close to home? Or is this topic simply irrelevant to us? The answer to this question may reveal a need to move on. Allow silence just to be. If the silence is due to deep thoughts, reflection, or a respectful pause after participation has shared a painful memory, don't rush the process. As humans, we need time to be quiet as well as time to talk. Sometimes silence is not only okay, but expected. A great group will help the individual to laugh and break down personal walls, encourage vulnerability and openness, promote teamwork, think creatively, smile inside and outside, live in the moment, and experience success. Every group needs rules. Support groups are no different. In fact, support groups sometimes need special rules to help all members gain the most out of the group experience. Be sure to review the group rules early in the forming stage and periodically throughout the meetings. As a leader, you can decide if you want to be flexible on these rules or take a group vote on which rules should be implemented. If you deviate from the rules listed below, be sure to make a note of which rules you are using in case you forget later. Confidentiality. All members agree to honor the confidentiality of other members of the group. Use the familiar term, what happens in group stays in group. This means that group members will not discuss anything about the group outside of the group setting. No rescuing. We don't want to reinforce any potential codependent behaviors or roles. We also recognize that people develop coping skills and a sense of success through experience. Rescuing people from their emotions by trying to make them feel better, offering unsolicited advice, or making excuses for them doesn't help in the long run. No criticizing. We are not here to put each other down. We most likely are already our own worst critics, so we don't need any help in finding reasons to feel guilty, bad, or broken. Remember the old adage, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And if you do have something nice to say, refer to the no rescuing rule. No random advising. Ask if you can offer advice. You may be a wealth of information or have the answer to another member's problem, but that's not always the point. Sometimes a group member just wants to be heard or needs to work through something on his or her own. Personal discovery is a powerful tool in creating success. Time limit. Each person should self-monitor their time to 2 to 3 minutes of sharing. This will give all people an opportunity to talk. On the topic of time, we should remember to arrive and depart in a timely fashion. One conversation. Side talk, which are conversations between 2 or 3 members, is disrespectful to the person who has the floor and disruptive to the group. During group time, keep one conversation going. Save extra conversations for after the meeting. Volunteer status. Each person should feel free to participate and is encouraged to do so, but is under no obligation to share. Anyone can say pass at any time he or she does not feel comfortable in sharing. Okay, group leaders, it is time to move on to part 5, motivational interviewing.